What were the best and most disappointing games of 2020? I'm going to start with the 3 most disappointing and work my way up to the 3 best. Let's begin.
The third most disappointing game is Outer Worlds for the Nintendo Switch. The game is the same as its other console counterparts, with the story and gameplay being the same, but the version for the Switch runs slowly and has laggy gameplay because of the Switch capability to run the game. The second most disappointing game is Crucible. It was a competitive shooter game free on Amazon for PC only, and had a lot of hate because of no information when started, the controls were terrible, and there was also no player communication, meaning there was no way to coordinate an attack with your team members. But the game was taken down as of October 9th, 2020. And the first most disappointing game is Resident Evil 3 Remake, only for the PlayStation systems. This was a remake of the original Resident Evil 3 for the original PlayStation. People hated this because of how short it was, being able to complete it within 3 to 5 hours. And another thing that people hated is because of all the content that was cut, like enemies and boss fights. Now on to the best games of 2020. The third best game is The Last of Us Part 2, only on PlayStation 4 and 5. A long-awaited and highly anticipated game since the bestseller, The Last of Us. It is set in post-apocalyptic America when a disease called the cordyceps fungus had nearly taken out 60% of human life as of 2013. The virus causes the infected to go through various stages of infection, and through these stages the infected become harder and harder to take down, meaning stealth is very important in this world. The game tells the story of Ellie and Abby, who you get to take control of during the story. You start off as Ellie, who is from the first game, and then Abby, an ex-Firefly who survived after the organization was nearly decimated. You also get to learn the story of how these two know each other. It's pretty interesting. The second best game is Half-Life Alyx. In this game, you play as Alyx from the previous Half-Life game, in a VR world set before Half-Life 2 and Half-Life 1. There are stealth parts and fighting parts and plenty of scares. I'm looking at you, Jeff. The game has a variety of weapons to choose from, and you can grab almost any object in sight, but with a balance of puzzles and story, this game is overall great. And finally, the best game of 2020 is Doom Eternal. In this game, you play as a slave from the previous Doom games, on a quest to free the world from the demonic presence caused by the people wanting more and more power for their worlds. This game has a lot of dark humor, like fixing the crown on the severed head, dragging the badly damaged body of Samuel Hayden. The game also has a lot of action-packed gameplay, like shooting a huge gun into the surface of Mars, and then shooting yourself with the same gun into the surface of Mars. There are even special kill animations you can perform on almost every enemy, and with an amazing soundtrack of music to listen to, whilst fighting the demonic force, it's no wonder why this game is loved so much around the world. Thanks for watching. I'm Brian Kaiser reporting for BKTV News. I'll see you later.